Hey, you're back with Math with Mr. C, and today we're going over 9-3 dividing fractions. Once you have this screen written, we're going on in 3, 2, 1. Here's your chance to check your homework from 9-2 practice. Moving on in 3, 2, 1. Let's zoom in on our first example problem. Dividing fractions. How can you find the quotient of two fractions? Andrew has 3/4 of a gallon of lemonade. 3/4 gallon. He wants to pour it into 1/6 gallon containers. How many containers can he fill? So we have 3/4 gallon, and we're going to split it into groups of 1/6 gallon. When you pour this, how many of these will you fill up? And that's what we're trying to solve with this problem. Step 1. So we have our problem up the top, 3/4 split into groups of 1/6. To divide by a fraction, we rewrite the problem as a multiplication problem. We're going to change this division sign to a multiplication. We've gone over this in 9-1 and 9-2. So if you're thinking, I already know how to do this, that's really cool. So we're going to change this to multiplication, and we're going to flip this upside down, which we use the word reciprocal, using the reciprocal of the divisor. Here's the divisor. 6 wholes is the reciprocal of 1/6, the upside down version. So our new problem, instead of 3/4 split into groups of 1/6, is 3/4 groups of 6 wholes. 3/4 times 6 wholes. And we know how to do this. We know that we're going to multiply straight across. But I'm thinking, is there something I can do first? With a clue word of fluffy pillow. Look for common factors to simplify. Oh yeah, we can simplify first. Alright, so we have 3/4 times 6 wholes, and we divided 4 and 6. We see they're both even, we can divide them by 2. So we have a 2 here instead, and a 3 here. And then we will multiply straight across. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 9 halves. We know that we cannot leave it like that. So we divide 9 divided by 2. We get 4, bring the 1 up, and we get 4 and 1/2. Andrew can fill 4 containers plus 1/2 of an additional container. You do not have vocab notes today. And here is example 1. We know that example 1 means that I'm going to do the problems, but you are writing down the original problems in your notes, as well as the work that we do. So let's do number 1 first. We have 3/4 split into groups of 2/3. We know that we're going to change, we have 3/4, we're going to change that division to a multiplication and multiply by the reciprocal, which is 3 halves. I'm looking at these numbers, can I simplify them? I cannot, so I'm just going to multiply straight across. Now I have 9/8. We know that we can't leave it like this. This is an improper fraction. I'm going to make that into a mixed number. All of you should be able to make this into a mixed number. Come back for the answer, pause it, and in 3, 2, 1. You should have got an answer of 1 and 1/8. Now we're going on to the next problem. Problem number 2. We know that we're going to rewrite this problem as a multiplication problem. 3/12 divided, all right, we're going to change that to multiplication by its reciprocal, 8 wholes. See, we flipped these two numbers. Now I'm looking, can I simplify any of these? Oh, I see that 12 and 8, they're even. I know they can divide them by 2. Can I divide them by a bigger number? I can divide them by 4. So when I divide 8 by 4, I get 2. When I divide 12 by 4, I get 3. Now I can multiply straight across. And if you wanted to, you could even simplify further. I see that this is 3, and this is 3. You can divide both of these numbers by 3, so I get 1 whole instead. And then let's multiply straight across. I get 1 times 1, that's 2. I get 1 times 1, that's 2 wholes. My answer is 2. Going on to example 2 in 3, 2, 1. Here's example 2. It is your job to try to do these by yourself before you see how I do it and the answer. That is you doing your side of trying to learn this material. Please pause the video now, do both of these by yourself, and then come back for the answer in 3, 2, 1. For number 8, we have 1/2. I changed the division sign to multiplication, and I changed this to the reciprocal. I have 1/2 times 4 wholes. I can simplify these by 2, and then multiply straight across. I have 2 wholes, giving me an answer of 2. Now showing you number 10. I had 2/3 split into groups of 4/3, and now it is 2/3 times the reciprocal, which is 4/3. Can I simplify these? No, I cannot. I cannot simplify straight across. I need to simplify a numerator and denominator. I cannot do that right now. So I'm going to multiply straight across. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 3 is 9. Can I leave it like this? Yes, I can, because the top number is smaller than the bottom number. So my answer is 8/9. Moving on in 3, 2, 1. Here are your 4 independent or partners practice problems. You can do these by yourself or with a partner. Come back for the answer for 11 once you're done in 3, 2, 1. Here's my answer for number 11 and the answer for number 12 in 3, 2, 1. All right, and here's my answer for 13 in 3, 2, 1. 5/18 and my answer for 14 in 3, 2, 1. All right, so first I multiply by the reciprocal. I have 1/2 times 4/2. You can simplify 2 ways. You could simplify both of these. I can divide both of these by 2. I get 2 wholes. And then I could also simplify these, dividing them by 2. And I realize that 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 1 is 1. So my answer is 1 whole. Moving on in 3, 2, 1. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure that you click the link below for Khan Academy video and practice, and then you can choose one of these 2 options. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot, and you're awesome.